Texas Rockets, Dynamo, and them Texans.
How's it going, everybody? It's Carlos, one of your hosts of the Just Fans podcast, and I'm joined here with the one and only Rios. How's it going, Rios?
Houston sports. I wish I could quit you. You can cause me nothing but misery.
I wish I know how to quit you. Man, how you been? It's been a minute.
Right? Man, it's been a whirlwind of a month.
Yes, in case y'all didn't know, we actually do have daily jobs, so it's been a while to try to get this together, but you know, it is where it is, and here we are. So as you can see, our other co-host Poppy is not in here either right now at the moment because guess what? Work. Things happen, you know. I wish we could do this full time and get paid for it, but here we are.
We're not Pat McAfee. We can't.
Yeah, we're nowhere near Pat McAfee. Yeah. But here we are. One day, right? One day.
Right?
Yeah. All right, man. So trade deadline today. You saw a few teams we saw some teams make some moves. One in particular, I guess the one I want to start off with is the Indianapolis Colts. Man, they gave up what, 2 first rounds, AD Mitchell, and all for Sauce Gardner. Your reactions, dude. What was that? Because I know we were like texting in the chat here and there about it. And what do you think? Too much? The right amount? Or I mean, is it worth it for the amount of years they're keeping Sauce? What do you think?
I mean, I think if you're going all in, which with a quarterback Daniel Jones, you want to ride his hand while it's still hot because you've seen the good and the very, very bad of Daniel Jones. So if they believe this is their year to do it, I mean, I get it. You have 5 years of control of Sauce Gardner, but at the same time, 2 first rounders, and the 27 class is going to be a pretty stacked draft class.
Yeah, I honestly thought that was when I saw the 2 first rounds, I was like, oh, that's a little much for Sauce, for a guy. Don't get me wrong, like that's, you know, I think we've sat here on the show and talked about how Sauce and Stingley and all that stuff, the comparisons and things like that, and right now Stingley's just, you know, killing it right now. But the fact that, wow, 2 first rounds, I thought that was a bit much. I mean, maybe in the long run you're thinking, okay, well, they control him for 5 years, and you're going to need it because eventually, I mean, I think the situation, your main contenders, once the Texans get the O-line thing fixed out, I think, you know, you start giving CJ some time. You're going to need someone to try to control CJ once, you know, he probably gets some time. Did you think it was worth it?
Personally, no. I mean, outside of his rookie season, Sauce Gardner has been so-so. Like, he has given up a lot of big plays. He's not really a ball hawk as far as corners go, which, you know, from a guy of his, you know, of his reputation, you'd think more interceptions, you know, be able to shut down receivers like Derek Stingley has, because Stingley has allowed the lowest passer rating, and he's intercepted a few balls this season. Sauce, not so much. It's been more, you know, hype behind his name versus actual production on the field. But maybe a change of scenery is going to, you know, revitalize his career a little bit because, you know, the Jets have been just a dumpster fire the last few years.
I mean, it worked for Daniel Jones, right? In the same place, Cincinnati. I mean, Indy. So, I mean, it might actually work for Sauce. Maybe revitalize his career.
Also, I mean, it makes perfect sense because they need a true shutdown corner. Because you look at some of the moves that the Jaguars made. They had another receiver. Still got Nico Collins to contend with 2 more times this year.
Yeah.
Titans, I mean, they're probably afterthought, but still.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to replace my Altuve thing because the one that I had fell and had broke, so I got to super glue it. I think at this time I think the Colts are just going all in. Of course, they're going all in, and they're in win now mode, and might as well, like you said, ride the wave with Daniel Jones, do it while it's hot, and then, you know, see if it pays off or whatever. It's a risk. I mean, it's a risk that they took, and it's just to see. I guess we'll all just see if it pays off in the long run. 5 years for Sauce, 2 first rounds, and AD Mitchell. I mean,
not just that, the way Daniel Jones is playing, like, he's on a 1-year deal. Like, what do you do at the end of the year? Like, say they don't win the Super Bowl, still, you know, make it to like the divisional or the AFC championship game. What do you do at that point? Like, Do you let him leave? Do you sign him to a long-term
You
deal?
gotta sign him. You gotta sign him. There's no way you're gonna continue with AR. You gotta sign him at that point. It's I don't think anybody really expected that. Besides, what they started seeing in production. I don't think anybody really expected Daniel Jones to be at this caliber right now.
I don't think Daniel Jones expected to play like point right now. It's like I can do
Hey man, sometimes you just need. Oh, my dogs are barking. Hey, you all right? It's okay. Anyway, I think
he just ran off.
yeah, right. I don't know. I know, but that's what it is. It's just a change of scenery, and it worked. That's as cliche as it is. Sometimes you hear that so much in football. Maybe it's just a change of scenery, but if anybody's a living example of it right now, it's just Daniel Jones.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. That's right. Indiana Jones. Dang, I didn't think that was gonna.
Daniel Jones would be an MVP front runner.
You remember last season? Everybody was like, "Oh, Dad, Colts are going to be like second to last. Texans are going to be at the top." Boy, what a whirlwind of emotions that there's been.
It's looking like it's going to be Indy and Jacksonville at the top, and Houston and Tennessee fighting for first.
Yeah. All right, let's talk a little bit of Houston. So, being the trade deadline and all, Houston didn't really sign anybody.
I wonder if Casario knew today was the deadline. He just took a long power nap for 9 hours. Oh shit, it's today.
Yeah, I mean, not much movement. I think there was a lot of speculation that there was going to be some movement, even to the point where I think they were talking about I can't mispronounce the name. Akaney from the Dolphins.
Oh, Devin Achane? Yeah.
Achane from the Dolphins. Like that was one that was circling around. I was like, no, I didn't possibly, but then I was like, it would make sense because they are in the need for a running back. But then it's like, what would it require? I'm pretty sure they did inquire about him, but they probably it's the mentality is high risk, low reward. And there's a possibility the Dolphins were looking for something, huh?
I think you mean low risk, high reward.
Excuse me, yeah, low risk, high reward. It's been a while, remember? I think they that's funny. High risk, low reward. I mean
that's the signing of Jake Hansen is.
Jake Hansen, yeah. No, they could have been asking for a lot, because Sarah's not into that, So I don't know. It's like a good thing and a bad thing, I think, also at the same time.
I mean, Breece Hall was available for a 3rd round pick. I mean, sure, you got to sign him to a deal, but you got to try to salvage the season. You can't just throw away a year on CJ's rookie contract.
Yeah,
that's what this feels like. It feels like this is malpractice because you're gonna have to pay this kid next year.
Yeah, and then Will Anderson too.
And you got to decide what you're gonna do with Tank Dell because he's also due for an extension next year.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. It's they have something on they have something, and I think, like I said, we sat here and talked about the things that they needed to do CJ's rookie year, how to improve it, how to make sure to protect them, but O-line's had a lot of issues. The offensive scheme has kind of been stagnant.
There's a scheme.
So as time has gone by, like there's like a mixture of this Patriots offense. There's a mixture of like the Kyle Shanahan thing. Like it just depends on when, where, what's happening, what are we using. I will say that for the last, here's the thing that I'm having. I know that people are like, oh, the Texans are 3-5, but you got to understand those 3 games. It's the Titans was one of them. We all know how that is. A depleted Ravens defense who ranked, the worst defense in the NFL. And then you had the 49ers who were coming in injured. No pressure on CJ. You almost beat the Broncos. But in the end, it was a close one. But in the end, I think the second half, they only produced 3 points? Offensive points?
I think if CJ stayed in that game, they win that game because he was moving.
I think so too.
They weren't putting up a lot of. They weren't scoring touchdowns, but they were moving the ball down the field. Once Davis Mills came in there, it was. You see why they moved on from him. It's put it that
Well,
way.
you remember back then, it was always in the second half when they had Davis Mills start. It was always in the second half when the offense couldn't produce.
And lo and behold, the same old story.
Yeah, it was wild.
It was seeing him throw it 20 feet over Nico Collins' head
Oh
and
god,
throwing
yeah, I saw that. I was like,
and throwing it at Christian feet. I'm like, bro,
well,
come on.
what I do admire about Davis, to give to his credit, is the fact his ability to actually try to extend the plays a little bit. Where he steps up in the pocket at the
Yeah.
right time and things like that. But if his accuracy was there, brother, like that would be a different story. But yeah, I agree. Like there were some plays overthrowing it 30 feet in the air to Nico Collins where he had to like look up, like
Yeah.
little things like that, just the overthrows and the inaccuracies, man. I think if he was just more accurate, we'd be talking, we'd be looking at somebody's like, wow. But you can see why he's a backup quarterback.
But it also begs the question, is he an adequate enough backup? Because CJ's gotten hurt every year. Nothing major, but still, like these little injuries, they do,
Pile
occur
up.
every season so far with him. Rookie season, the concussion last year. Can't remember what it was, but he missed a few games last year, and it was, yeah.
Wasn't it concussion too?
Might have been. I think, yeah. It was no, it was it? Yeah, no, it was a concussion too. Like,
Oh,
I think he might be wearing that Guardian cap.
say it again? Yeah, right. Yeah, I can't remember what the injury is. It might have not been. So we're just trying. I'm not sure. I'll just keep it as I'm not sure. But there's been minor like missed a game or two or whatever. But
in the AFC, almost every game's going to count now because it's pretty close. And right now the division's out of reach. You're just going to fight for
try to go for a wild card, right?
Just insane going into the year. The hands-on favorite was Houston to win the division. Now it's going to be Indy. There's no way they can. Unless Indy has like the biggest collapse we've ever seen. AFC South is theirs. Let's be real.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, unless something happens, it's going to be definitely Indy.
Unless they choke like the Jaguars did, 2 years ago, with a 99% chance of making the playoffs and missed it.
And it's gone. Wow. Yeah, that was wild, and they had a pretty decent team too. The defense was solid that year. I remember that. Didn't they go to AFC Championship?
No. This is with Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about like the year with the Jacksonville Jaguars reached like the.
No, this was 2 years ago. They were leading the AFC South. They had a 99% chance. This is CJ's rookie year.
That's right. Okay, that's right. Yeah.
Playoffs. They were winning the division for the most part, and then they just epic collapse.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm pretty sure we're going to see the same thing from the Jaguars because the Jaguars are going to Jaguars. Because they've been doing it since the early 2000s.
Okay.
But
so
I just don't see a fall because they have a complete football team.
Yeah.
Your quarterback's playing well, is not turning it over. You got one of the best running backs in the game. Your defense has been solid so far. They haven't played anybody great, but still.
Yeah. Speaking of running backs, dude, what are we thinking about like Joe Mixon? Like there's no transparency there.
I need proof of life. I need to see this man standing in front of a camera live, like, oh, I'm alive, guys.
Holding a picture of his guy ID. He's just like, hey, this is me.
It's me.
Yeah.
I need to see that and that he has, all his appendages because what's going on?
I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Isn't this his last season with the contract for the Texans or no? Or does he have another year?
He has another year.
Okay.
Well, I think the third year is
optional.
Get out of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what happened. Like this is a summer thing. This wasn't even like in training or anything, right? It was just like a straight up, like out of nowhere, like, oh, it something's up with his leg.
The only thing I could probably speculate on is how these athletes, they have clauses in their contracts. You can't do certain activities. Like, like in baseball, some of them can't ride motorcycles or horses. I'm thinking of something that a clause in his contract, he was doing something he wasn't supposed to be. Got hurt doing that. And they're trying to, help do him a solid and not, say what happened so his contract isn't voided. Only thing I could think of.
Wow. Yeah, possibly. So I think that's probably why.
Because
Remember,
normally
it's all
someone gets
speculation.
hurt, they're like, hey, this guy, fell in the bathtub or he, hurt himself with fireworks or whatever. They usually say what the injury is, how long they'll be out for.
When you said fireworks, I'm thinking of Jason Pierre-Paul.
2 fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, that was gruesome.
Wow. That was wild. And then I think when they put the glove on, like when they put the glove on, like remember that when he put the glove on, it was like 3 fingers or something. I was like, geez, still got it done though. Still got it done. Yeah,
He's Super Bowl champion.
Super Bowl champ. Yeah, Super Bowl champ. Man, yeah, no, it's wild. Okay, let's talk about CJ's performance thus far. Okay, it's 3-6, right? 9 games in. What? I think it's. Do you think it's a fair like evaluation so far of it? It's 9 games into the season. How? This is a guy that's most likely going to get an extension next season. Pretty high one at that too, based on how Trevor Lawrence got his. Definitely going to be higher than Trevor Lawrence's.
Yeah.
How would you evaluate this season for CJ?
I've been pretty critical of the offense as a whole, and every person on the offense, every single person on the offense, and with CJ, it's really tough to gauge because we've seen when he's had time, he can dissect any defense apart. But the problem is the scheme. Like they want, and D'Amico's press conferences, like it's mind-boggling. Like he wants to establish the run. They want to be a power running team, but my brother in Christ, you guys don't have the personnel to be a power running team. The linemen, the running backs, like this is, Nick Chubb 3 years ago. Yeah, you can be a power running team, but Nick Chubb is working his way back from 2 major injuries. He's not what he used to be. And Woody Marks, he's not really a power running back, like with the type of offense he's trying to run. You had 3 plays inside the 1, 0 yards. Not a solitary yard, not an inch. You had to kick a field goal. Like, you're not a power running team. The play calling is, we thought, Bobby Sloag was bad, man. Like, I honestly have no idea what Nick Haley's doing. Like, there is no way he's probably going to be one and done as a coordinator this season because it's just.
You think so?
Well, some of the guys are going to be available next year. Like, if Mike McDaniels is available.
McDaniels, yeah, I was going to say, if Mike McDaniels is available, oof.
I think him as a coordinator is much better than him as a head coach.
Yeah. I think as a coordinator, yeah, 100%.
What they're trying to do, like it's kind of similar to last season. They're trying to basically put a square peg in a circle. Instead of working to what their team's strengths are, they try to speak it to existence and hope it works out. Like, it doesn't work that way in the NFL. Not even in Madden. Like, you can't just force it like that.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting, to say the least, offensive scheme. Things that you're like, what is it? What's happening? Like, you thought that with Bobby Slowick, it's like, okay, it's becoming too predictable. Yes, you're gonna run it on first down, things of that nature. Now it's like, wait, you didn't get a yard? Like, you didn't get a yard in? What? Now we'll say this though. I want to say that after like the Ravens and the 49ers, yes, I understand it was a depleted. I think they found a little bit of a rhythm. Because some of those, they're extending first downs in some areas that they weren't before at the beginning of the season.
Even some Broncos. What CJ still in there?
Yes, exactly. And that's when I saw it at the Broncos. I thought to myself, I was like, defense is going to do their defense. I mean, we'll talk about the defense in a little bit, but I figured that they would really, because the Broncos the Denver Broncos have a really strong defense. I figured this would be a really good test for them to see how far they got. And I mean, they were making those first downs. It was a very winnable game. So at that point, it's like, okay, if CJ stays in 100%, I believe that the Texans win that game. And it's not like a 3-point differential. Whatever the differential was. I don't think it's a close game. I think it's literally a pretty good game. But I think they would have won it with CJ 100%.
Yeah, because the defense was gassed because Davis Mills couldn't keep a drive together.
Yeah,
because they were playing lights out, but there's only so much they can do. Because when they're on the field that long in the second half, they're going to get tired. And Denver is a power running team, and they don't really have a power back, but just their scheme makes it work.
And then with Bo, and then with Bo Nix, like Bo Nix is not like a top quarterback or by any means. It's just the fact that he can be consistent enough to get the plays done.
He makes the plays when he needs to. He's not going to like the stat sheet, but he makes the plays when he needs to, which he did in the last 2 drives of the game, which essentially is why they won the game.
Yeah, no, agreed. It's like he made the plays when he needed to make them, and that's it. And that's what you can expect from him. That's really all you can ask from him. And he did what he had to do, and boom, there it is. He made the plays. He got the first downs that he needed to, and there you go. That's what it was. They won by a field goal. So at that point, it's like, but I do agree. I think as soon as like if CJ would have stayed in there, they would have won the game for sure.
So going back to your original point, it's kind of tough to gauge his season because when he's had time in the pocket, he's produced. He's been using his legs a little bit more. He does need to learn how to slide early because I know on Twitter a lot of people are like, "Oh, that was a late hit." Like, no, he slid late. Like, not the Trevor Lawrence situation. He's not a good slider.
No,
at all.
Yeah, I think so too. It was, I mean, to say the least, I think it was a clean hit. It was, yeah. It just sucks that his head kind of hit the back of the turf.
And they played Jacksonville this week. I mean, this game might be the season for them. If they lose this season's a wrap.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the reason why they didn't make any moves. Because they probably anticipate CJ is not going to play. And if it's Davis not there, it's a loss. Even playing at home, even playing with a top 3 defense, they're just not going to win.
Yeah. Well, agreed. All right, let's talk defense real quick. That's been an extremely bright side to the Houston Texans this season. Has been phenomenal watching them, and that's something that has been consistent for the since D'Amico got there. That defense, and honestly, since D'Amico got there, I feel like that defense has balled out. With Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter was such a great addition, and even. I know we were a little critical of like Kalen Bullock and things like that, but now he's I guess he found his role back again, and he's doing much better. Kamari Lassiter, even Henry To'oTo'o, like remember he started off the season just missing those important tackles, and those were winnable games, and things like that. Like, and then now it's like okay,
PJ Harvey took that man's lunch.
Exactly, yeah, and so it's like. Now, like you're seeing what you wanted to see from him at the very beginning of the season. Maybe a little too late, but I mean, food for thought,
No, I'll take it a step further. I think since Lovie Smith, this defense has been, with him, they were about a top 15, top 12, borderline top 10. Because like when you look at Davis Mills last season on the starter, they lost 7 one-score games.
Mm-hmm.
Like with competent quarterback play, that defense helps them win those 7 games.
Mm-hmm.
And we are, probably picking middle of the first round versus, picking 2.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy how things worked out like that sometimes.
Yeah. No, I agree. But yeah, this defense, anywhere you look at it, they have a key piece, They a player that I'm worried about, who we praised a lot CJ's rookie year, and we haven't seen much from him. Christian Harris. Remember that playoff game? That playoff game against the Browns, he balled out, and then after that,
milk carton.
What happened?
Like with him, it was just that kind of like with the Kyle Tucker's injury with the Astros, where like he still have a leg. Christian Harris, it's just a little shin thing. It's almost the entire season.
Yeah.
Comes back, and he comes back in that playoff game, but then I don't know what he did get in the doghouse. If he's just unhappy with his role or what it is, but it's like it's like the weirdest drop off.
Yeah. Man, that was weird. Yeah, I'm like, I was just trying to figure out like what happened. That was a guy that was like, you have to sign him situation. Like this is a guy that's just balling out, and then we just kind of lost sight of him.
Yeah, he's gonna be joining Damian Pierce on a new team next season. The way it's
Dude, Damian Pierce. Speaking of drop offs, I mean, we sat here and defended Damian Pierce here for the last 2 years, and expecting, we're thinking, okay, maybe it's the scheme, maybe it's the fact that he's been through 2 schemes at that time, and now it's like, wow, it really,
no excuse because the rookie's outperforming him.
yeah. Yeah, Woody Marks, I mean, he's been a bright spot, but I think there's just more development there that needs to happen, and that's fine at its own pace. But you never know. Maybe Woody Marks next year is like a ball, will start stellar player, like just balling completely next season. And so I don't know. That is a bright spot to me. I think I was looking at looks like Kate Stover and Jimmy Ward might be coming back too. I don't know about Jimmy Ward, but
yeah, like
but I mean,
take your time,
Kate
bro.
Stover, that to me, that's like that's I think you need to use more tight ends. Like, yes, you've been using Schultz, but not like here and there. But like, yes, I think that what they've been using Schultz this season better than last season. That's definitely something that I've seen. But I think you need somebody else too, another tight end, another weapon.
Well, not just I think it'll help them reduce using that jumbo package because you have 6 linemen out there, but you're also reducing the number of weapons out there for CJ.
Yeah.
Versus you run the 11th set where you have 2 tight ends out there. He's a better blocker than Schultz, but the play breaks down. He can catch the ball. That 6 lineman is not going to catch the ball.
Yeah. Jalen Noel.
Underutilized. There is no reason on God's green earth that Dare Umbunguwale should get more snaps than Jalen Noel. Like, this is the fastest guy on your team. We're like, what are we doing?
Like Jalen Noel
snaps on offense. 11.
Yeah, that he had a huge drop off last game, but the last 2 he was consistently making plays.
And why is Braxton Berrios replacing him in the return game? Like, what are we doing? It's bad enough you had Braxton Berrios out there catching passes instead of him, but now you have him returning punts instead of Jalen Noel. Like, what are we doing, guys? Like, come on. Don't overthink it.
Utilizing Jalen Noel in the passing game has been helpful. Yes, Christian Kirk came back. What's funny is that if I can go back to, yes, it's the Niner game. Yes, CJ didn't have much pressure on him. But the fact that they were able, this is, I think this is the game where Nico was out, right? He had the concussion. What I did like was, wait a minute, CJ just being able to distribute the ball to just about every receiver. Like Jalen Noel got touches. Hutchinson, who's been consistently, I feel like he bails out CJ in certain situations where he needs to, and key moments sometimes. Then Higgins got a couple, and then a few or whatever. But it was distributing the ball around amongst all the receivers, and it's like I would see more of that. And it's almost like what's going on. Like whenever Nico and Christian Kirk come back in, that kind of stops. Heck, even Berrios got some. You know what I mean? Like that was, to me, I was like, okay, so you are able to redistribute the ball to different receivers. And it was almost similar to what you saw at the beginning of CJ's rookie season when he was distributing the ball to Nico, to Tank, to like it was somewhat reminiscent of that. And then yes, I know it was for one game, but still the fact that you were able to do that, like how come it can't be done on a regular basis? Capable of it.
It goes back to the lack of identity because they utilize a lot of quick passing game because those guys, they're young. They struggle a little bit with separation, but then with the quick passing game, it also helped CJ had time. But It's the Broncos. Like they're doing these long developing plays against the team with the most sacks in the NFL. Like, come on, get the ball out of his hands quickly.
Yeah, no, I agreed. All right, well, got anything else? I got my topics, huh?
I mean, I just wonder what the outlook for the rest of the season is, because if they lose Sunday, I mean, that's
basically it. Yeah,
because you're going to be 3 games behind the division.
Yeah,
you're going to be about 4 or 5 games out of a wild card spot. It's just like, what do you do at this point?
Doesn't look likely. Well, guess got to start looking for the draft pick.
You just start playing Davis Mills the rest of the season. Like, I wouldn't go that far, but I mean, feels like a loss. Not just a loss. It feels like a wasted season.
A little bit of a disservice. Yeah.
But I will definitely say the honeymoon phase is over for everybody.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. Time to see what happens Sunday, and hopefully they able to get a W. But it also depends on
who's playing.
Yeah. Oh, you asked me for who, like, we're playing or?
Oh, like, well, I guess it depends.
Oh, who's playing? I'm sorry. Yes. I was like, oh. But yeah, it depends. We'll see what happens, man. But I don't know. It's very tough. Weird times for sure. A weird season.
I don't even know if I want to give a prediction because this is so the outlook's so bleak.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. We'll figure it out. We'll be back next week.
Either Victory Monday or a Lamentation Tuesday.
Yeah, one of those two. But for sure, one of them. But hey, appreciate y'all tuning in. It was good. I like this. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't done it. Right there at the bottom at JustFans22. Of course, come see us at our Instagram account at JustFansPod, and of course, follow us up on our Twitter account if you're not following us at JustFans22 as well, just like it says. That's going to be it for us today. We'll see y'all next time. And I'm trying to find the video. That's why I'm stalling. Peace.
Southwest A-League, Texas, throw down here and it's so infectious. We ride for the Houston Astros, Rockets, Dynamo, and them Texans. If you ain't never been down here, but rule number 1, you gon' respect this. Just fans in my speakers, new one drop, they bout to bless us. I might right through the SWAT, playing just fans right through your spot. Look.